Hey everybody, it's Tracy. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm kind of doing a follow-up video to the reading journal update that I did with Robin last week. I kind of wanted to go over just a couple decisions that I ended up making after I did that video. I did pull out my reviews, and I also pulled out my series, not tracker, but like the info with the list. I've decided I'm going to kind of put these on hold for now. I am not going to get rid of them, but they are going to go off to the side. They will no longer be in here. So let me have a little discussion with you about things that we're going to do moving forward. So first of all, I did decide Immortal Highlander is my favorite for April. That was actually a really hard decision for me, and I don't want to get too much into the book. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. But just as Assassin's Blade was my favorite book in the month that I did read it, which was that February or March? Let me take a quick, it was February. The reason I love that book so much is it gave all of her background and all of her history. Immortal Highlander, many, of the books that are in the Highlander series make mention of him in some way or form. And to be quite honest, I found it very intriguing because, again, that's his story. So as much as I did love Throne of Glass, and I really debated about putting that my favorite for April, I can't go wrong with that one. The Immortal Highlander is just such a good book because to me, it's the one that ties in the entire Highlander series, if that makes any sense. So that was the reason I decided to make that my favorite. I still love Throne of Glass, and certainly it's a 5-star read for me. And I cannot wait to move forward into the other Throne of Glass series books. So absolutely, without a doubt, I loved it. So all the stats are here. All this is finished. We're going to take this out. So you can see, in the last video too, I kind of showed you, yeah, I did finish it on the last day of the month. So I just finished it by the skin of my teeth. But I did end up loaning a total of 11 books in April, which I thought was amazing. And I only bought 3. So that was really good. So I don't think I need to worry about the cost or the savings as much as I'm, concerned with making sure that I'm loaning a lot more than I'm buying. And the nice thing is now that I belong to Book of the Month, that Darling Girls book I think was only like 16 or maybe 12. And then these were like $3 each. So literally it was under $25, for those 3 books. So as long as I'm getting good deals, or if it's like, Throne of Glass, if it's the next one in the series I need to get, I'm going to buy it in hardcover because I will keep those because I will hands down reread those. I know it because Assassin's Blade was fantastic. Throne of Glass was fantastic. I'm going to do the tandem read, by the way, with Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn when I get to it. But that's another topic. This is all updated. So let's go ahead and just take this out now and put it where it belongs in the back part here. So I'm not going to track like savings and expenditure on these anymore. But what I do want to do for May, this is going to be where I track, of course, the books that I did read. My favorite book will still go up here. I decided to keep the format simple rather than doing it with the little icons. Books read, pages turned. So that is, and I put all of Robin's fonts here, which I always keep on hand in my little Planner Kate book. But what I also want to show is this month, I already loaned 2 books, which is crazy. Books bought, I'm going to keep a small section for, and I think I want to do up next here. I was the reason I didn't do it yesterday is because I wasn't sure, or not yesterday, but last week. The reason I decided not to do it right away was because I didn't know where exactly I wanted to put it in the grand scheme of things. So let me grab my font here. So she does all these great fonts for me, by the way. I will try to remember to link her channel down below for YouTube as well as her Etsy shop. And if I can link directly to some of these fonts, I will definitely do that for you. I was able to do that last week with some of the things that I used during the filming of that video. So let's see. Now, I want to make sure this matches here. So since there's blue at the top, we can go ahead and do blue at the bottom. So let's go ahead and do this one here. Now, let's see. Books bought. I'm going to try to keep it to like 3. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say we give it 5 lines and then we'll put this here. That should be plenty of room. And then this way I have plenty of room to make note of the books that will be up next in like a series. Now, one thing I definitely want to make note of this month is I want to read the 2 books that I got from my Book of the Month Club because they sound amazing. Obviously, that's the reason I bought them. So I want to make sure I read those. And that's A Fate Inked in Blood. That was the first one I got. And the second one I got was actually called Darling Girls. This sounded really, really amazing. Thriller. And then this one is more like, you know, Viking, you know, fantasy. So I'm really excited to get into those. So those 2 will actually get written down here. And then, of course, everything will be logged. So any books I loan, I will make tick marks for. The couple that I buy or one that I buy will go there, as well as my up next. So that's the way it's going to work. I will keep my little sticky notes hanging around because it's an easy way for me to track things without, you know, making any marks in the planner itself. Now, let's get into this. I did finally color those in. And this was updated, so that's not a problem. I did update this. There were 8 books and a total of 3,547 pages. I added Lindsay Boxer here. I don't remember if I did that in the last video. But here's the other thing I wanted to get to. And let me just move this other thing off to the side really quick because I keep bumping into it. Okay, sorry. The favorite quotes. Now, you'll recall in the last video, I showed you how I did the first lines, and that is done. I went back and I did the one for favorite quotes. So here is the first page, the second page, and the third page. I love the way that corner came out. So cute. And that's all using Robin stickers, which I will link those down below. I'll link the strip stickers I used. And then this is the last part. So again, that's her sticker there. So I like the way that came out. So that's for the favorite quotes, the first lines that we did together. The TBR I already showed you. I added another section. So I decided, because here is the DNF graveyard, which I absolutely love. And I actually ordered some more ghosties from her already. So that'll be good. Now, Fourth Wing. That was the first 5-star read of the year. And obviously it went through Iron Flame, Assassin's Blade, Split Second, Our Game, Simple Genius, First Family, Ugly Duckling, Six Man, King and Maxwell, Kiss of the Highlander, Dark Highlander, Immortal Highlander, Spell of the Highlander, and Throne of Glass. Now, I added this section because I wanted to take the reviews out. And since at the end of the year, I will be tracking 5-star reads down here, that'll be the number that I have. I figured it's only fair that I have the list. So I went ahead and added that. So here's the first page of it, the second open page, and then it will probably trickle onto this page. I probably won't need another one. We shall see. If I do, I'll probably just add another section to it, covering this up, and then that will just be a section by itself later. But in the meantime, I did kind of make it a waterfall section from here. So between the author's read and the reading genres is where I have this section. So my 5-star reads, I have the 2 sections there, and the DNF graveyard. Now, I also, you'll notice, I changed where I have the series. I decided to just write the numbers in with my Micron, my Pigma Micron pen, and then I colored it in with my mild liners. So I just picked a few colors from up in here in the sticker that went well with it. And I wanted to bring out a little bit of that warm tone, the cool purples, and then, of course, like the deeper, almost like periwinkle blue, and then also that like little sea green type of color. So that's what I went with there. So you can see I finished King and Maxwell. I've finished the Highlander series. For now, the Empyrean is done, although we do know the 3rd book is coming out in January, and there will be a total of 5. So I don't really consider that done, but it's complete as far as I can go for now. I still have room for either 1 or 2 more series down here, so that's fine. But what I wanted to mention is one of the things, and when I get to it in the reading series, this is the section I'm going to be using for the tandem read for Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn. And I probably will make that a Dutch door section. Did I put that paper in here? Hang on a second, let me pull these out. Yes, I did. So this is the tandem read guide. So what I'm going to do is I printed it up, and I will actually, even though I can use this for like scrap paper and like checking it off and keeping it in the book as I'm reading, I will write it out in that back section. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up where that was going. For now, I'm kind of keeping it in the journal here with my stickers from Robin. But yeah, that will eventually, this copy will go in the books as I'm reading, so I can kind of keep it in there and have it next to me. And then ultimately I will have the section back here that will follow right behind my series. So I'll start it here. It'll make, I'll make it into a Dutch door section so I can, you know, write it out a little larger. And I want to use like artwork, you know, that I find from like fan arts online for those two books. So I feel like that will be a really nice presentation. But I just kind of wanted to give you a follow-up with what I had been discussing last week and let you know that these are going to be in the up next section. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Leave a message down below if you're interested in seeing reviews on these. Because I do notice some people have asked my opinions on books. So if you're interested in me doing any kind of book reviews on anything, let me know, because I can make that a video, you know, like a separate video where I do book reviews, you know, a few books in each one. Let me know if you're interested in that. And I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will talk to y'all in the next one. Bye, guys.